Hi, and welcome to Fantasy Fact Check. I am sitting here with the loser of all losers, the trash bag himself, Charlie Miracle Homestead, who is now 0-11 in the fantasy football season. It's really a sad state of affairs. So he's wearing a trash bag on his head. The race for the second seed continues to be insane. There has been a shakeup in the playoff race. With only 2 weeks to go, there's still only two teams whose playoff lives have been decided. Clyde has clinched a playoff spot, and Charlie is eliminated. Shocker. But literally, everybody else is up in the air. With that, let's jump into the weekly rundown. The Manhattan Bachelors put up more points than anybody else in the league once again. The Miracles miraculously fall to 0-11, falling to the Bachelors 138-94.
Look, everyone on the Miracles, everyone in that game played good. No one on the Miracles team played absolutely bad. Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns. There's nothing you can do about that.
Charlie, who do you think you are? What gives you the right?
I have a mic.
Oh.
I just have some questions that I was going to ask. Who do you think you are?
Toby.
Yeah. Correct. What gives you the right?
Look, we've been saying this the past 5 weeks. My team isn't bad. We just get very unlucky and we happen to be forced to play really, really hard games. We happen to just go against amazing performances from specific players, and there's nothing you can do about that. If someone plays better than you, then that's all you got. Josh Allen had 42.80 points. My team scored 94.
I'm sorry. The Goofs were playing to keep their season alive, but the Shimbashis slammed that shut. Ashton putting Gabe's playoff hopes in the dumpster.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. You cannot make that up. You cannot make that up.
You're so...
No way. Are you for real? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That's the best thing.
Charlie, is the dynasty dead?
Yes, Gabe's over. Gabe's done. His team is... Last 2 years were just pure... The first year wasn't luck. First year was just great drafting. Last year was luck. Last year was just nothing but absolute luck for Gabe. And this year he's facing the consequences.
I'm sorry, Gabe. Charles versus Nate. This game was awful. Both these teams played horrible, but the Roman Red Raiders have officially played, spoiler, beating the Carmel Carnivals 77-73. Charles came into this game battling for 2 seed and now finds himself looking up in the playoff standings. Andrew versus Spencer. This one was close. Spencer edges out Andrew 83-81, but Andrew left 42 points on his bench. Now his season may be over. Charlie, does Andrew have a chance?
I think it is becoming very close to looking over for Andrew. But Andrew beat the Miracles, so he can do anything if he can do that, theoretically. So, no, it's not completely over for Andrew, but it's definitely close. Breaking news, we have a trade with Christian.
This is Christian's trade desk. We have some blockbuster deals go down. One team reshaped their entire roster. So let's see what happens. The Dukes have traded running back Chase Brown, wide receiver Jordan Addison, and quarterback Bo Nix to the Miracles in exchange for A.J. Brown, Ollie Gordon II, and Jared Goff. But the Dukes weren't done. They traded Bucky Irving, A.J. Brown, and Trevor Lawrence to the Chargers and got Marion Hampton, and 2 superstars, quarterback Jalen Hurts and wide receiver Jake London. Both of these players were causing locker room problems for the Chargers, but the Dukes are betting on the upside. Meanwhile, the Chargers get a running back who hasn't played in weeks and a very underperforming quarterback and wide receiver. The Dukes still weren't done. They traded Jared Goff and Drake London to the Goofs in exchange for quarterback Joe Flacco and superstar wide receiver Justin Jefferson. So in total, the Dukes traded away Chase Brown, Jordan Addison, Bo Nix, Bucky Irving, and dropped Colston Loveland, Jalen Reed, and Jake Elliott. They added Justin Jefferson, Jalen Hurts, Sean Tucker, Juwan Johnson, Darnell Mooney, Joe Flacco, and Eddie Pinero. This is a total shakeup, especially this late in the season. The Dukes are clearly trying to get that 2 seed. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
No, I'm being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Wait, I'm still going? Will did what 6 teams couldn't do, score over 100 points, but he still lost. Thomas finally bounces back, beating Will 114 to 104. Charlie, there's still a 4-way tie for the 2nd seed, but is Thomas going to get it? I'm not going to say gonna. Is Thomas gonna get it? Is Thomas going to get it, Connor?
I think
Oh, you have a mic.
Thomas will get it. Yes, I think. Team's good enough to get it. I think no, that's Teddy. I think he constructed a good team. So yes, I think he will be claiming the 2 seed.
Upset alert. Teddy takes down Clyde. Clyde has lost 3 games in a row and now is only 1 game up on the rest of the pack. Charlie, is Clyde going to lose the number 1 seed?
No, he didn't lose to Teddy. He lost to ChatGPT, which is what the entire human race is going to lose to in like 10 years.
Wow, very true. True. Doomsday.
Stop.
Poor Charlie Homestead may be out of the running, but he does have some interesting ideas, interesting theories, analysis on the rest of the league. Take it away, Char.
Hello, everyone. I'm Charlie, the best analysis, the best fantasy analysis in the entire world, owner of one of the best teams in the entire world. And if there's one thing that me being super smart knows, this has been an absurd year in our fantasy league. There's been ups, there's been downs, there's been crazy games, crazy single player performances, and that's been no different in the NFL. So, to give all of you guys a little more clarity, we're going to compare our teams in our fantasy league to some NFL teams. Starting out with the Hawaii Henrys. They are the Philadelphia Eagles. They're an amazing team, star-studded roster. The vibes around them are a little weird though. We don't really know what to expect and we don't really know if we should doubt them or not. The Disney World Ducks. They are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They started out the season one of the hottest teams in the league. Amazing players all around their roster. Have been nosediving as of recently. The Dukes, they are the Buffalo Bills. They have a few terrible losses, but a few star players keep their team afloat. Team Shimbashi, they are the Los Angeles Rams. As long as their wide receiver is playing, they're putting up points. The Manhattan Bachelors, one of the worst teams in our league. They are the Seattle Seahawks. They're consistently a great team, win games, but nobody talks about them. It's because nobody likes them. Nobody ever will. That's something the owner has to deal with. It's not his team's fault, it's his. He's got to make more motion around the team. The Carmel Carnivals, they're the Los Angeles Chargers. The start of the season out, it's one of the best teams in the league. Everyone was talking about, championship contenders, amazing players. They've come back to earth as of in the recent weeks, but they're still hanging around in the playoff contention. Corner Canyon Chargers, they are the Green Bay Packers. To start the season off, they were the consensus pick to win it all. Everyone had them winning it all, even me, and I'm smart. As the season's gone on, they're trending down and down. They might even be looking at a first-round playoff loss.
M.C.K. Hi, I'm Charlie, M.C.K., and I forgot to talk about the Little Giants, even though it was right in front of me on the teleprompter, M.C.K. The Little Giants are like the 49ers because they have a lot of injuries, but they've still managed to do a pretty good job, M.C.K.?
The London marginally good players, they are the Dallas Cowboys. Their owner is much more relevant than this team. Let's be honest. I have heard way more people talk about Andrew than his actual roster. The Goose, this is a pretty obvious one, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Winners of the past 2 years, winners of the past 2 Super Bowls, but this year it's looking like they might not even make the playoffs due to just some terrible misfortunes. The Roman Red Raiders, they are the Ravens. Lamar came back too late, not enough time to save the season. And now, for the team everyone has been waiting for, Miracles. There's a lot of ways you go with the Miracles. You could do the Saints, you could do the Jets. There's one very good one, though, and that is the New York Giants. On paper, this team is not that bad. They're pretty talented, They got a good roster. But unfortunately, because of their dumb general manager, Christian Homestead, they just couldn't put it all together, and they lost so many games off of bad luck. If we're being realistic, the Miracles are 0-11. They should be 5-6, 6-5 if games go their way. And also, no team in this league is loved more than the New York Giants. Everyone loves Jackson Dart. Everyone loves Cam Scadaboo. Every time that team is playing, everybody in the world watches. Everybody. So that is my segment of comparing teams in our fantasy league to NFL teams. Thank you and have a great day.
I do need to take you to the Roan store to get a new blazer.
No.
Yes, buddy. Do you remember what size you were?
Don't
I
need
could
a
just
blazer.
pick it up.
You don't need a blazer. You guys never give me the right size. It's weird.
Oh my gosh, it's all our fault.
If you look forward to next week, we have a lot of good games. One of them being the Little Giants playing against the Miracles. I think with
Wait, I thought you were out.
Shh.
Oh.
I think with the additions of the Miracles, that they will have a very strong fighting chance against the Little Giants. And I think the Miracles will be walking out of Week 12 with their first win of the season. Charles against Ashton, that's another good game. Charles is fighting for a playoff hope while Ashton is in a fierce four-way battle for the 2 seed in this league. Those are the majority of the good games, and I think it's going to be another great week of football.
It's a great analysis, Charlie. We're wrapping up Fantasy Fact Check. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, same time, different place, possibly. What's a Lamar edit?
Oh my, you have no ball knowledge.
Lamar, what's his face? That like terrible guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Hi, I'm Katie Homestead, former WNBA player for the Liberty.
Restart. That was terrible. That was the worst intro I've ever heard.
Why?
That was so unbelievably bad. That was actually unbelievable. That was so...
Okay.
Don't
Put the
say
trash
that.
bag back on.
Like, that was actually atrocious.
Okay.